you'd have a way louder voice, eh?
Oh, I try.
Right. Fair enough, I'll move on. So, lovely to be here. Are we well on a Friday?
Yeah.
Or out in the rain, it's great to see, as you can tell from my accent, I'm on holiday. A little bit wobbly. I've had a great day. It's lovely to be here. I've been having an interesting time recently. I'm from Norfolk, in the east coast of the UK. A couple of people maybe recognise it. It's in the east, and it's a unique place. It's got a slightly quirky reputation, a couple of cathedrals, good castle, but tragically a reputation for incest. Now that's really not ideal. I didn't think it could get much worse. Although it turns out we've got a royal palace kind of thing, Sandringham Estate, and it turns out, yeah, one bloke might be ahead of me on this. It turns out that if you're an unpopular sibling, you get sent there. So it's gone worse than incest for me recently, because I love where I'm from, I'm trying to be proud of it, but we've got the one bloke who's no longer even got his title. A fellow went from being called Prince Andrew to Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. It's the only fellow who's left the royal family and become more posh. Strange old time to be from Norfolk, but it's good being over here. I've got a long distance girlfriend and it's great being back with her for a little while, although we did have one minor blip. I glanced at her phone and saw the name Oscar, and she's never mentioned the name Oscar to me, so when I questioned it, she said, "Oh, don't worry about him, he's got a tiny cock." Don't know about you fellas, but that didn't make me feel any better, her saying that. I'm not the most secure of individuals, but what she followed it up with, "Don't worry, yours is way bigger." Lying to me doesn't make me feel any better. Awful moment for me. It wasn't too great, and I've got a history in that department, not going too well. Like, the relationship on the whole has been great. Yeah, cheers fellas. So on the whole, the relationship's been great. Like, she's from rural WA though, so culturally we're a little bit different. Like, we've got a few couples in. I'm sure you know that meeting the in-laws is one of the most daunting things you can do. And I remember the first time I met them, we went on a long drive up, we were staying for the weekend. I was really nervous, but when we got there, our outer family suggested playing a conversational version of Family Guess Who. Unsurprisingly, feelings got hurt. But if you guys know a better way to describe someone than, I don't know, like a bit chubby, like strange wart and dodgy facial hair, then I'm all for it. But you've not seen her Aunt Kath. She was not a happy bunny. And I thought I'd be able to make things a bit better, but turns out not so much. She really held on to it. And we were watching a game of AFL later, and I've got a slight background in rugby. I know it doesn't look like it, but I did play a bit. And I tried joining in with "that was a good kick," because I thought the bloke nailed it. And I got a firm, "Nah, fucking wasn't, you dopey pommy cunt." There's just no need for language like that, is there? Don't call me pommy. Awful. She followed that up with like stalking me into the kitchen, and just to like try and rub salt into the wound, told me that my girlfriend's ex-boyfriend was nicknamed Horse. And she got really close to me and said, "and he doesn't have a long face." That's weird on so many levels, because I can't imagine my aunt going up to my girlfriend and saying, "Oh, what, you should have seen his ex. Lovely Fanny." Just never happens the other way. To be fair, I wish my aunt did do that. It'd be fantastic. It'd make my family events a bit more interesting. Sadly, that doesn't happen. But on the whole, like, I love my time in Perth. I did live here for a few years. That's when I met her. Like, it wasn't just like a really long-term, long-distance relationship. I love my time here. I work for a company called Bedshed. A few cheers for Bedshed. Their motto is, "We love Bedshed." What an odd thing to love. But no, each their own. And so I work there, and their mottos are "no one's better in the bedroom." You don't want to know about that interview. I enjoyed the job on the whole though. It's pretty fun, like you go in and out of people's bedrooms. You go in and out of people's bedrooms and houses all day, and it's pretty fun. Like, I'm fairly nosy, and it's quite an enjoyable job. But I had one delivery to this German household. I arrived there with my workmate, and he's quite a big fella. met this German woman at the door, and in fairly broken English, she just said, yeah, it's for my son's bedroom down the hall on the left. She'd been really straightforward. However, what she failed to mention was that her son was 10 and in the bedroom. I don't know what you guys all do for work, but that was a pretty weird shift for me. We open the door, this kid doesn't speak English, so he just goes, Scheiße! And I don't know what to respond to that, I'm not really used to it. Like, I'm 21, I'm fairly familiar with stranger danger, but previously I've always been on the nice side of it. I don't know about you guys, I prefer being the victim. Hearing a kid shout in his own bedroom, I felt like I was in Monsters, Inc. Not to my finest hour of work. But it's been good being back in the UK. I come from a fairly big family. I've got 2 brothers and a sister. And it's been really nice. It was a bit weird initially because my sister, when I moved over initially, told everyone that I'd moved on to a better place. Like, no longer with us. So when I came back, everyone was like, oh fuck, I thought you died. Not to my finest return. But it was good to see the other members of my family. Although I'm from a fairly small town, so it's weird, you bump into people when you least expect to. Now I'm going to start this next bit by saying, I think strip clubs are an awful place. I really think they're awful places. However, every so often I tragically find myself there. And I saw my brother there. And that's not who you want to see, is it? And you make that awkward eye contact, you feel like you've got to say something. Or you can be like, alright, how are you? Yeah, great. Dancers are beautiful, yeah. You run out of things pretty quickly. All I could say afterwards was, oh, how long are you working till tonight? Not to my finest conversation. Yeah. No, that's lovely, mate. Keep going. Like, oh, cheers, thank you. And so it was a weird moment with my older brother. Like, I prefer talking to my younger brother. He's a bit simpler. Like, although he did think we lived in a terraced house rather than a terrace. And that's a weird one to explain to the kid. But he's the kind of boy who used to smell flowers for his mouth. He found out far too late. High school, like, tough time for him. Oh, thank you, mate. And, thanking the 1 people individually who laugh at jokes. Yeah, cheers fellas, that's great. And, so we had a bit of a family crisis, and it was a weird moment, and I wasn't massively talking to my older brother. We'd not quite recovered from that slightly quirky evening. Although we found out the news that prostate cancer is hereditary in my family. I know, really not the news you want, like granddad, dad, uncle, we were going for the full set. And I'm looking at my 2 brothers thinking, oh, I fucking hope you get it and I don't. My older brother was livid, he wasn't happy with that idea at all. My younger brother really understood what I was trying to say, and he jumped on top of that and said, oh, fingers crossed our sister gets it. Lovely kid, but not all there. And yeah, no, a tough time for him. Hopefully he gets it. I don't know, we've got a few years. Plus, my best mate's a urologist. So like, I get the inside scoop of like what I'm likely to get or not to get, but that's a weird moment, isn't it? And you hear about all the things they cheap out on in hospital, and I'm shit scared about the lube. Lube and gloves, surely that's not something they skimp out on. I don't know, over here maybe you guys can afford it, NHS times are tough. Not ideal for me, yeah, but all good, thank you. So, like, you get flashed, like, I wasn't directly looking at you, mate, when you're talking about prostate. Yeah. Are you wearing undies, or are they shorts?
My finest wardrobe.
Right, fuck, I'm glad I noticed them right at the end. They catch the eye, but look, my time's up, and I'm gonna wrap. Thank you.